A man whose trademark has been protection of his political bastion, Mount Kenya, it seems things are falling apart. His treasured backyard, the mountain, is disintegrating, with majority of the elected leaders now tilting towards a different political direction in the choice of regional leadership. The latest move stirring political waters in Mount Kenya is the declaration by 48 MPs that they are distancing themselves from Deputy President Rigathi Gachagua and instead aligning with the Interior CS Kithure Kindiki just days after MPs drawn from Mount Kenya East issued a similar statement.
To the national government to be the Cabinet Secretary for Interior and National Administration, Professor Kithure Kindiki, whose responsibilities in the executive includes the coordination of national government functions across the country.
In their statement, the members of parliament went ahead to elaborate the reasons for their sudden shift. The statement reading in part, "Unfortunately, our efforts to consolidate the developmental needs of the people we represent and canvass for their realization have been frustrated by the lack of a focal point of reference." Mount Kenya region has suffered high-octane politics around fathom unity to support individual and personal ambition rather than articulation, pursuit and lobbying of the interests of our constituents.
Our attempts to call the region to the orderly prioritization of the development needs of the people has been frustrated by condescending threats of dire political consequences unless we support certain personal interests and ambitions. Yet, time is of the essence, given that we are already under 3 years to the end of the first term of this administration.
Some of the names that have featured in the list of leaders that have jumped ship include some of Gachagua's close cronies and leaders from his political turf of Nyeri. Nyeri Senator Wahome Wamatinga, Madera MP Eric Wamumbi, Mukurweini MP John Kagushia, Tetu MP Geoffrey Wandeto, Othaya MP Michael Wambogo, Nyeri MP Duncan Maina Madhenge, and Rahab Mukami, Nyeri County MP. This leaves Nyeri Governor Mutahi Kahiga as the last man standing in the Nyeri County leadership supporting the DP. Rigathi Gachagua now faces a steep summit in the mountain, this watering down his efforts to realize Mount Kenya unity, seen as his political card to up his stakes in government. Without key cronies in Mount Kenya, pundits say his political influence is diminishing in the region. But in a reply to his opponents, Gachagua stood his ground in recent events.
And even if there was an attempt and there isn't, it cannot work. Because mwenye kukaa pale rigiji ni chuma. Iko namna hiyo. So don't relax, there is no problem.
Undertones of a plot to impeach the DP have resurfaced, and as he faces a raging tempest home and away, Gachagua is holding his political cards close to his chest. Melita Oletenges, Citizen TV.